Yes, I will talk about information as a power and intelligence, but intelligence is not only for security application, even if Cassidian is working in that domain, but it's also for more traditional technology watch, marketing intelligence, any kind of activities where you have to look over the web and search for content in order to drive your decision, your business, and whatever. So compared to the presentation we had this morning or yesterday, well, we are not really doing big data as you do, because in our case, the big issue is unstructured data. Everything is unstructured because we are at the first step, we are tackling the web. And in the web, you have many different documents, you have many different stream of information. Just one simple illustration, it's pretty old, it's 2005, it's a map of IP address. That's just an illustration of the wild web. It's very diverse, it's very dynamic, and it's very complex to tackle that. Not saying that big data is not complex, but it's a different kind of problem where the key issues here are to locate information and to analyze information in depth. So what do we provide in the WebLab platform? We provide a set of functionalities which should help you to build up a complete, let's say, personalized search engine when Google is not sufficient for you because you have a too specific topic. So it will help you to automatize some of the key action that the computer are doing pretty well, like detection of new sources, collection of data, normalization, analyzing text content, video content, image content, and trying to put that in some kind of database or knowledge base. But then we know that the technology is not ready for some steps, like real understanding of what's going on your topic, on your subject, like assessing the exact values, the exact relevance of information. These still need humans, hopefully. So for these activities, we have semi-automatic stuff, or let's say we support the users and the intelligence analysts to do their daily work. So that's the functional overview of open source intelligence, but as you can understand, if you can tackle the web and the unstructured and diverse characteristic of the web, you can do whatever you want with any unstructured data. And as most of you know, even if in corporate data, we have still unstructured data, and the platform can be used also for this kind of information. So one example of a processing workflow, oh sorry, there is a little bug on the audio part. I will explain. So what we do, we use a data connector to ingest data at the beginning. For example, the Eritrix web crawler, very famous open source tool in Java, where we get information from website. Here, Greenpeace during the events last year in Japan with nuclear power plant. From that, we use FFmpeg to extract the audio part. Then we use others component like Sphinx to do the speech-to-text transcription in the original language. Here it's Japanese. I'm not sure it's the exact speech. Anyway, then you can apply translation technology because maybe you are like me and you don't speak very well and you are not fluent in Japanese. So we convert to a pivot language, most of the time English, French for the French people. And then we can apply deep natural language processing. Here we are using the GATE platform from University of Sheffield, which is an open source organized platform, where you can spot name entities, the name of organization, the name of location, name of event. Even you can apply very complex rules to detect specific events for your domain. And this will generate you some, I would not say knowledge, but semantic information about the data you collect, and then you can apply deep complex querying to generate more higher level alerts when, for example, you detect the name of a company tackling a business in a country that you are looking for, and this is relevant for marketing. This is one example of one of the workflow we can achieve with WebLab, only using open source technology, but we have for sure a connector to non-open source processing tools when this is variable. This is one example. We can tackle text for sure, and we can tackle images extracted from website or screenshots or not screenshots, shots extracted from videos, all in a coherent workflow, and for that we are relying on people and a lot on petals, as I said. So our integration approach, you can see that the WebLab platform can be seen as a Lego plate where you will plug in your different components to realize and instantiate the workflow you need for the kind of data you will process. And also you will select the component that you can afford. It may be only open source, not because it's free, but also sometimes because it's very reliable, like Eritrix or TK normalization tools. And sometimes you will choose a component of the shelf. For example, if you want speech-to-text technology in very specific languages, that does not exist in open source. So it may be very interesting and to invest and buy a specific license for that. But the goal of the WebLab platform is not to tie you up with the platform, is just to ease the integration step. So what we do is that for every information exchange, we have a common data model, and we are using any kind of standard that you can imagine, starting from the basic URI XML, piling up to WSDL and SOAP web services, and then obviously a semantic-oriented architecture with coarse-grained services for each functionality. Concerning the servers, everything is open source, available, but we are relying on standards, so we don't care about the exact technology you use to implement your service. If you're a service provider, you can do C++, Perl, PHP. As soon as you export the right WSDL, we can integrate it. Concerning the data model, so big splash screen with the UML model, go into the wiki to have more information, but just to highlight, it has been designed to tackle two key things. The first is multimedia data, whatever the media, we can model it, and then to apply semantic annotation of this data. Why we don't use existing standard like UEMA, CAS model, because it's only text? Why not MPEG 7, because it's too focused on video? So we mixed everything, so this model is more as a glue than a new model, and you can mix very precise location of information in video, like tracking an object along the stream, and adding semantic annotation on that depending on the information extraction tool you have. That's for the data. But more importantly, we modeled also the components, so the interface of every functionality we can have in the architecture. So it's quite deep. We have now more than, I think, 50 different functionalities modelized in the system. So on the left side, we have what we call the backbone technical services, storage, repository, orchestration with petals, and a service bus web portal with Liferay. We have a big set of processing services, like getting the content, looking into it, and trying to apply semantic annotation on that to detect name entities in text, to spot people in video, to spot vehicles, to do whatever information extraction you can imagine. And we're working on different research projects, European research projects with the top leading research institute in Europe to have the bleeding edge information extraction capabilities in WebLab for that. So, well, just pause in that list and try to imagine something which is not here, but so far we have never been able to found services which was not possible to be integrated with this simple taxonomy. And of course, it's open source, so if you have new proposal, we can extend this model. What does this model of services gives you? It gives you the WSDL you need to implement if you want to provide a new services, and every step to start from a component you took and to integrate it into a processing workflow. So what do we do with all that? We do some different kind of application, different domains. Here it's an old project, European project, Vitalas, working on video and image content. If I remember well, we indexed a 15 million pictures from a news agency and more than 200,000 videos from the INA, the French Archiving Institute, where you can navigate and search deep down, search on the speech, search on visual concept, on audio concept, and have a deep understanding of your data. We can do social network analysis in the SAMSI project, French research-funded project, tackling the monitoring of people of interest on the internet with respect of privacy management issues. We can do specific application with geographical information, like the Virtuoso platform dedicated to law enforcement agency, where there is a demo spot, and you're welcome today again. And there is also a lot of different domains. As I said, marketing intelligence, we are our first client. Our marketing intelligence team, well, one of the marketing intelligence team at Cassidian is using WebLab. And we are trying to tackle some different domains like IP intelligence, like technology watch. So the WebLab as an OW2 project has been successfully past the mature state last year. So we have 3 layers to present the project. So the core of the WebLab, so the Lego plate, is fully open source, and it's relying on existing open source project like Petals from OW2. Then on the service layer, we have a bunch of open source services and some which are not open source, obviously, coming from our software editor partners. And then when you want to build an application, you pick up the services and you build the application with all from the backend services to the presentation layer. So right now on the open source side, fully open source on OW2, we have a sample application, which is the complete but light application with 24 components, which enables you to process local documents. But still you need a kind of big machine for that. And okay, more on the website, some statistics. We have the complete pile of tools provided by OW2 to try to stabilize everything and have a reliable production of code, which is quite true so far. And I think that's it. So thank you for your attention.